Hello and welcome back to Sunrise Serials. I'm your host, Richard Pochard, and today we forge ahead with the original live action Batman. Now, some of you may be wondering why they didn't use one of the colorful villains from the comics for this serial. Well, originally they were going to have Batman fight against the Joker. But at the last minute, they opted to make this an anti-Japanese propaganda piece instead. As I mentioned at the beginning of this serial, the war in the Pacific was not going well. So the makers of the film decided to make things a little more patriotic. Ha ha ha. There are a few vestiges of the Joker left, though. The hideout is in what is essentially a carnival sideshow ride, and Daka's costume is very close to what the Joker typically wore at the time, including the string tie. Unfortunately, it means we have to endure the occasional propaganda ethnic slur, like the one in today's episode title, Chapter 11, A Nipponese Trap.
Dhaka has received word from his Japanese agents that a supply of radium is to be dropped from a plane. But Batman interferes.
Here she comes. Come on, the Batman.
Something wrong off the cars.
This is why he should always let Alfred drive. Ooh, raise your hand if you didn't see that coming. It's only, what, the third time they've done that now? All right, lunch! Alfred gives Robin a little pick-me-up.
Took one of the cars down that way.
What happened, sir?
I
They
fell
shut out
down,
the fire
went
and the car
boom.
left the road. I managed to jump just in time.
Did they get the shipment, sir?
I'm afraid they did.
I blame UPS.
All right, here, my friend. Stop right here. Take a trip to the Cave of Horrors. See the kind of enemies my friends and I bring.
We got our
forward
hand
to
stamped
fight
so we could
our
finish the
fight.
ride later.
And see also why every man, woman, and child should aid in this war effort.
There really ought to be a less boring way to get to the hideout. Ah, there's a skeleton at the door.
Well, gentlemen, it looks as if your mission was successful. We're lucky we got it. First, that new man, Chuck White, tried to double-cross us. Then the Batman showed up.
The Batman? Yeah, that guy's got more lives than the cat. But this time we finished him for sure.
Now, sit down,
In
gentlemen,
your
and give me a full
dreams.
report about what happened.
Well, it's too bad they had to beat us
Bruce,
this time.
if you pick at your zits, they'll only get
Find somebody
worse.
to stop them.
Could watch that house on Bell Street.
They're too smart to hang out around there as long as they know that Chuck White's still around to identify them.
Dick's practicing with the banana for later.
Mike Wall went.
Not yet. We still have Marshall down at police headquarters. He's good for a lot of information. If he made to talk.
We couldn't make him talk before, and we had him in the Bats cave.
Yeah, but Marshall hasn't met Chuck White as yet.
I don't get it.
You better go to bed now. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll be in
Good
soon
night.
to tell you a
Good night.
bedtime
Just a few minutes
story.
after White disappeared, the Batman attacked us, which should convince us that White must be a member of the Batman's organization.
And we can't
Typical
lose the
villains,
hospital.
always
Most of us
overcomplicating
knows all about it. Till
everything.
Mr. White is eliminated. But now that we have this, it will take but a few days to complete the weapon, which will be more destructive than anything man ever dreamed of.
A lead box in a purse. Think of the possibilities.
Looks like everything's going okay.
Righto.
Also looks like Bruce had one too many at the cocktail party.
In here.
Have a cigarette?
Thanks.
Keep the pack. I'll be getting out of here pretty quick. I'll get some more.
You just came in.
It's all right. I got connections. They'll bail me out of here in no time.
What are you in for?
Just for looking around a guy's place. Prowling, they calls it.
Ain't very serious.
I got this stuff out by the secretary.
Oh, I get around. You're getting some funny places, too. Now, this one night, I'm prowling through a house when all of a sudden I gets into a place that's filled with bats.
Ash,
Flying all
cork,
around.
aluminum,
And it's a
Louisville
one
sluggers,
great big
you name
bat,
it.
Big as a man sitting at a desk in the middle of the room. Well, I got so scared I really took a fast powder.
Sponsored by
Batman?
Gold's Medicated
That other
Talc.
man looking just like a bat.
You remember where the house was?
Yeah, out Pinehurst way.
Listen. I know a man who'll pay you plenty for that information.
No
My
kidding.
cousin, he's in real estate.
Go to 112 Mill Creek Road. Ask for Croft. Say that Marshall sent you.
You see, he'll pay me dough if I tell him where the guy with the bats lives.
That's right. Yeah. You might tell him that Marshall, that's me, is locked up here.
It's funny you're
glad to
locked
do
up,
that
you
for you,
being the
pal.
marshal and all.
Mr. Hanson?
Yeah, what can I do for you, Johnson?
We wish to have a man released from jail.
Well, you came to the right place.
I got all the keys to all the
His name's Chuck
cells.
White. He's my father.
Costs money to get guys out on bail.
Oh, we have the money, sir.
What's your old man in for?
I think it's called prowling.
Suspicion of burglary, huh? Imagine a nice kid like you with an old man like that. Well, I'll see what I can do. It'll cost $25 with an extra 5 for my services.
That much?
They're trying to
Yeah,
get
you're
a millionaire
I'll
out
tell you
of
what I'll do.
jail
I'll only
and
take
they're
$2 for myself.
haggling?
Here you are. How long will it take you to get him out of jail?
Why, he'll be sprung before tonight. If he gets into another jam, just call on me.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Trying to write with a soda straw just isn't hacking it.
Section 1.
Section 50 reporting.
Proceed.
Have information that Chuck White is being held in jail on suspicion of burglary.
Oh. Well, have him bailed out, then proceed with Plan 5.
All right, the Pansaman public plan.
All right, break it up, boys. Decker's got a job he wants you to do right away.
If that guy White knew why we put up the bail for him, he wouldn't be too anxious to get out.
Especially when they're serving meatloaf for dinner.
Hey, taxi!
There he is.
Start the motor.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway. They're reenacting the Ben-Hur chariot scene. Oops, sorry, our bad.
Nice work, Klein. That's much better than running over him. Yeah.
He has a much better
There ought to be
chance of
curtains
survival
for Mr.
this
White.
way.
Much obliged for fixing me up, Doc.
That's our job.
Say, where's the nearest
Not
phone?
a scratch. Didn't even flatten his putty nose.
Wayne residence.
Hello, Alfred.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Bruce. We were getting worried about you, sir.
Well, I just
Who
got
the
out of
heck
hospital.
did you
I'll
hire
talk
to
you.
bail me out?
Right now.
Oh, that's shocking, sir. You're sure you're all right, sir?
Yes. Now meet me at the corner of 18th and Main right away.
Yes, sir. We'll be there in a jiffy, sir.
Wouldn't it be
Sir,
faster if you
Master
took
had
the
a narrow
car?
escape from being killed. He wants to pick him up immediately at the corner of 18th and Main.
I think we broke the GPS
Jack,
in
if
the
you'd be more
accident.
than pleased when he
We're
gets our report.
lost.
I don't care whether he's pleased or not, just as long as he pays off.
Turn around and step on it.
Step on what, sir? Honey, we're home.
Well, how'd you make out, fellas? We just gave that Plan 5 a new twist.
Yeah. Instead of running over the guy in the street, we mashed him up in a cab.
Are you sure you finished him? There's no doubt.
Would you accept a better than
Well, sounds
50-50
like it was good
chance?
You'll have to turn off on Mill Creek Road somewhere around here. It's just a short way ahead, sir.
It's a private road, as opposed to a major thoroughfare.
Alfred, drive down the road a few hundred yards and wait for us.
My, how homey. Nobody's stealing this fence on my watch.
Like that place is well guarded.
So much for Trump's border wall.
Well, I'm going to gin again.
Yeah, well, I'm going to vodka. Bruce, there's a reason you have eye holes in your mask?
I'm taking a walk. It might change my luck.
Oops, I forgot to knock. Are they dancing again? Look out! He's got a cap pistol! I'm so out of here!
Keep him covered, Robin, and look the place over.
there in that chair.
Well, this is one time we'll know what he's done for. Let him have it.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
We're villains.
Jack,
We don't
I think
take
it's
the
more
easy
everybody
way
alive.
out.
You know, a man of his strength would be very useful if turned into a zombie.
Well, I'm going to rip off that mask and see what he looks like. It's Chuck White.
Well, I guess
Wearing
you
a
do very
mask
good job
over
with your
makeup
cab.
breaks every rule of Cosplay
where's that kid?
101.
Calling the police. Calling the police. Come to 112 Mill Creek Road. Come at once. It's very urgent.
And
112
ignore the keep out sign.
That kid's managed to cut in on the police wavelength. We've got to get out of here. Come on.
Better leave. The police are on the way.
What are we
You know what party poopers
We
they
can't
could
take 'em
be.
with us, but I'll promise you they'll never bother us again. I'm going to blow up this place so the police won't find all that equipment. You boys better get out of here.
Better to light a single stick of dynamite than to curse the darkness.
Let me go, you fool! This place is going to blow up any second.
That's a poisoned cigarette Captain Arnold is about to smoke. And Docker's men use Zombie Warren to lure his niece, Linda, into the spy's clutches. Who dropped that cigarette onto the oily rags? Can Linda escape from the blazing building? Don't fail to see Embers of Evil, Chapter 12 of Batman at this theater next week.
As always, let me know how I'm doing in the comments. And if you liked today's episode, give it a thumbs up. Even a tiny bit of feedback helps. Has Linda been on vacation? Does Robin have a ham radio license? Is Bruce Wayne trying to change his image? Don't miss the next thrilling installment, Chapter 12, Embers of Evil. Hope to see you then. Hey everybody, it's Richard again, and if this is the first time you're viewing my series, you've already missed a lot. So why not subscribe? And that way you'll never miss another exciting cliffhanging moment. Subscribe today.